Hello Minecrafters and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft series. I'm Chirp, and today I was actually thinking about doing a little bit of building. Now look, we didn't get too many resources whenever we were mining. I didn't get as much as I thought I would, okay? You know, I was hoping to get a lot more cobblestone, a lot more iron, but there's nobody whose fault that is but mine. So honestly, I'm dealing with it today. I want to use spruce for the main wood of my house, and there is plenty of spruce in that direction. So I was thinking we should put a bridge right here over to the spruce biome. But honestly, it's gonna take a lot of materials, and I don't really have that. So I'm thinking today is gonna be a bit of a grindier episode. I have not built bridges that big before. In fact, I don't build very often, so I'm sorry if you're expecting some really awesome builds, but look, I'm learning, okay? I'm learning with this series. Hold on. Has there been iron in this mountain the entire time? Are you kidding me? Oh no, it's doing the thing again. I literally have spent the last 2 episodes losing my mind because I couldn't find any iron, and you're telling me right now it's been here the whole time? Oh my god. 2, 3, 4. 4 pieces of iron. 4 entire pieces of iron in this little cliffside, and I just had absolutely no idea. That's messed up. So yeah, today's going to be a bit of a different episode than the last 2. It's not going to be super adventure-filled or, like, action-packed, and it's probably not going to have as many funny moments as the last 2, but I really wanted to get some of this stuff done. I feel like if we want to continue in this series and have a great time, we kind of have to work on this whole hill situation. So I'm just going to start with getting all of our resources sorted. Hi, Minecraft Silverfish Cracked Brick. I almost forgot your name, to be honest. Let's get this iron smelted. Let's clear our inventory just a little bit. You know, we do have quite a bit of cobblestone, but I was kind of hoping to use spruce wood for the bridge, which is a little counterproductive at first, I suppose, because in order to get the spruce wood, I have to travel over there, and if I want to travel over there before I build the bridge, you know, it's a lot of climbing. So actually, we're probably just going to make it out of oak and cobblestone. Oh my god, our farm is growing. Oh. Oh, I literally have a water bucket. Are you kidding me? I haven't flunked a water bucket in forever. I feel like before we get started on the bridge, I think we should make like a clear path from my house to this little divot down here. So why don't we do that? We have to, you know, it can be over the hills or through. I don't mind. Ooh, you know what? I've always made paths over the hills. I never really thought about making it through them. Okay. You know, and that would be good because then we could dig into the mountain and get resources. All right. I'm so set for this idea. This is actually awesome. So here's where the path is currently starting. Where do I want it to end is the question. It needs to take a sharp right. I kind of would like it to be a little bit curved. Oh, wait. Dude, wait, why am I actually so smart right now? I could make little holes into, like, the points where I want it to curve. So, like, I want it to go here. Hold on. Let's do this better. I need to get the Y coordinates because I don't want it to, like, change Y levels. So, Y coords are 110. So I'm going to dig to that for every single hole. Why am I kind of an engineer? And then I kind of want to come out right here. Because, I mean, it's kind of already got a divot in here, so I feel like we could do that. Look! I already ran into the hole! That's awesome. So we already came along one of the points. Now we just have to figure out how to get from here to there. So you're kind of going to want to, like... Okay. Maybe not that fast. This is not what I expected to be doing today, but I'm really, really happy about it, to be honest. I think this is a great idea. Here we go. We're making some progress. That's all we've done. Shoot. Well. Oh, it looks so different. Ew. Bye, I'm smelting a piece of stone. Whew. That looks much better. This is the dangerous game that you play whenever you pause your recordings. Because I just found emeralds and paused my recording. Guys, I swear I am not doing mining off camera. Okay, I mean, I guess I literally am, but I'm not doing Minecraft. I mean... But look, I swear, I found an emerald. I'm not even sure if I actually got it on camera or not. I might have. I don't remember. I will eventually, actually decorate this tunnel. For now, I'm just leaving it really simple, but the plan is to get some sort of copper involved in all of my, mine-themed builds and all of my kind of rougher-themed builds, I suppose. And I know that I was absolutely slandering copper last episode because I was so sick of it, but I only recently actually considered how copper could be used in building, and I think it's actually kind of cool because I guess I have a little bit of a personal connection to copper. I live in Arizona. I'm from Arizona, and copper is one of our, big things here. Nope. Nope. No. No. Don't. This texture pack does not make dealing with creepers any easier. Anyway, so I'm thinking of hopefully in the future adding some copper elements to this little tunnel. I'm thinking of making it kind of look like a little bit of a mine shaft. Okay, and we got a lot of cobblestone from that. I mean, that's really good. We needed that. And now we can use the cobblestone to actually build this bridge, which now I'm thinking should be made out of cobblestone. We can change the materials later. I mean, it's just at this point in the game, it should be a resource that we can very easily obtain, such as cobblestone. So let's start building this bridge out with a little bit of cobblestone. This is actually very scary, but at least we're building over a river. And the bridge has been built. Nice! That looks really, really strange, actually, and I don't like that. Okay, I'm gonna figure out how to fix this bridge real quick. How does that look? You know what? Wait a minute, you know what? Not too bad? That looks better. You know, it'll look even better whenever we finally get some fences and walls in. This is gonna look pretty nice, actually. Okay, I don't have too much durability on my axe, but I do want to cut down some of these spruce trees for the wood. Perfect. Broke my axe just as I finished chopping down the tree. I'm not exactly sure how I plan to incorporate the logs into the bridge, but I think, and this might be a bit of a dangerous game, but I kind of want to make some supports. Okay. Interesting. I tried to mutton clutch. Well, it's kind of difficult to see, but a little silly, to be honest, a little bit. But I think if we add a few fences and stuff, it'll look much better. And I'm out of blocks, so let's chop more spruce trees, why don't we? Alright, so I've got just under a stack of spruce logs. Now we're gonna make our way back to the bridge and see what else we can add to make it look better. Maybe I should get some cobblestone walls and some spruce fences going along the sides. I have made a possibly bad business decision that includes turning every single spruce log that I had into fences, so we'll see how this turns out. Okay, I used almost every single spruce fence that I had, but I think this bridge looks pretty good for someone who hasn't tried to build anything good since they were like 9 years old. So I'm pretty proud of this, to be honest. Obviously, in the future, I'm planning on making this bridge look a lot nicer whenever we have access to better materials, but I think it looks pretty good for now. Okay, so I'm really liking the way that this bridge is looking, but for my next project, I think it would be good to add some stairs and do a little bit of terraforming over here, since we're going to be walking through this area a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, I'm terraforming the land a little bit, and I just got the idea. What if, starting with this little divot in the mountain, we made kind of a mine, or we could make another tunnel through the mountain to some sort of bridge or something that leads us to the village. We'll get started on that at a later date because clearly we have a lot of work to do here. I was on my way to craft a new pickaxe and then I realized I completely forgot to fill in all of this dirt, so we're gonna have to do that. There we go. Much better already. Okay, so I dug this little tunnel up here and it ends right outside this tunnel. So I'm just currently clearing all of the land above it, and then we're just gonna see what we have to do after that. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna pull this off. So I've dug out all of the land, but I'm thinking it feels natural for me when I walk out of here. I kind of want to start going down like right around here. So let me like right here. This is where I want to start walking down. So we can fill in the rest of this and then figure out what we're going to do here. Okay, I honestly have no idea how I'm going to do this. Okay, what I'm doing might be great or it might be absolutely awful, but we'll see. I'm thinking I want the stairs to kind of go down at first and then swoop here so that they come down this way. And then from here, you would just go to the bridge. So, okay, we're just gonna start making stairs out of cobblestone. You know what? I'm turning all of this cobblestone into stairs. Okay, all of it. Yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of cobblestone for this. Well, since we need cobblestone so bad, why don't we just start mining through this hill here? Okay, so yeah, no, I think this looks actually kind of good. Obviously, we're gonna have to add some fencing and stuff, but, you know, it's a nice little staircase. Now I'm gonna work on placing just a little bit of dirt to make this feel like it's more integrated into the mountain, if you know what I'm trying to say. Our farms are growing quite nicely, so why don't we go ahead and harvest some of this? And let's not forget to harvest and replant some of our carrots and potatoes. We didn't get too much from that, but trust, we'll get more in the future. Let's feed some of our wheat seeds to our chickens. Ooh, we have a lot of those. Let's try to get some chickens from these eggs. Oh, we got one! Yay! Ooh, you thought you were slick. You tried to escape. Hell nah. I'm killing you first for that one. I'm okay with these stairs looking like they've just been placed on here at the start, but when we get lower, I would like to see, you know, more of the stairs kind of coming to an end in a dirt block, kind of like this, because then it makes it feel like it's part of the mountain. It's raining again. Help me. I can't see my hotbar, or even my shovel for that matter. Okay, so I think it would be a good idea to start getting in some fences and some walls. Luckily, I think we have some left over from when we made the bridge earlier. So I'm going to bring some of the leftovers here, and then we can get to chopping some trees for some extra logs. Hey, wait a minute. If I want to use these lanterns, I should really use these lanterns. So, first of all, let's start replacing these here. Okay, that's looking interesting. That's looking interesting. And then we should see about replacing these with lanterns. Ooh, I like that. I like the way that that looks. That's awesome! Let me do that for all of them. Yeah. Okay, that looks real, like, fantasy-like. I think it's interesting how the lanterns are green. Like, I looked at the soul lanterns, and apparently they're purple, so we're gonna have to go searching for those, because you know I like purple. My trees are growing pretty nicely, so let's harvest them. And let's harvest a bit more cobblestone, too, because we need to make the walls. Yet again, crafting all of my cobblestone into walls. I will not regret this in the future. Hold on. I never noticed this absolutely giant cave in the snow biome. There's emeralds! Okay, well, I'm coming back here later, because this is not what we're focusing on today, I'll tell you that. This whole thing is starting to look so cool from over here. You can see the bridge, you can see the giant staircase, you can see my farm over there. This is looking nice, and soon you'll be able to actually see my house. This is looking cool. I'm really proud of this. And just like that, the staircase is finished. Oh wait, no it's not. We have to put in the lanterns. There we go. Now, it's finished. And I gotta say, I think it looks pretty good. I'm really liking this little area that we've created. We've created some walkways, we've created a tunnel, and of course, we're going to make it look so much better in the later episodes. So that is going to be it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like or a comment. Both would be greatly appreciated. I'm thinking next episode, we should probably go exploring so that we can come home with a bunch of new materials. I think it's going to be super, super cool. So thank you, and goodbye, Minecrafters!